Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a ride in another esoteric cloud, which is a lighter vehicle that is vibing on a higher frequency and vibration, and it's also less dense than the body, than the vehicle that we are using right now. So when your spirit jumps into a esoteric cloud, it can fly, it can float to higher, more expanded, broader realms of existence, so you can look at yourself and your circumstances in a lighter way, so you can feel about yourself in a lighter way as well. Alright? So today, this video is about procrastination, which is a very important thing, and I think it's something that is a bit misunderstood or a bit misspoken nowadays. All right, at least in my perspective, I've seen more negative content or more negative opinions about procrastination than positive. All right, actually, I haven't seen any positive content, any positive outcome about anybody talking about procrastination. All right, so first things first, what is procrastination? All right, so as the word as the word might recall, as the name of the concept might tell you, procrastination. So let's analyze the etymology of the word so we can understand and overstand the frequency and vibration of that concept, of that virtue. So we have procrastination. We have pro, right? Which means it's something to look forward or something into the future. We have pre, which is from the past, and we have pro, which is for the future. And then we have casting, procrastination. So casting, we are casting a spell, we are sending something to the future. Okay, we are expressing, we are placing an intention, a spell, a frequency and vibration, a vision to the future. And then nation, the part of procrastination, is you putting that into a nation, into a parameter, into a space. All right, so procrastination is sending an intention to the future, or a goal, or a feeling, or a thought, but in the most original space is an intention. So when you are procrastinating, you are placing an intention into a nation, into a parameter that you want to fulfill, right? So it's basically that. You are doing something in the future, aka, sorry, something in my throat, aka in your mind realm, or in your esoteric realm, in your internal realm, alright? And to help us understand better, the counterpart of procrastination will be action. Simply put, it will be action. Okay, so when you are procrastinating, you are not action, or you are not doing an action. You're not actioning. You're not expressing. You are planning, or you are preparing, or you are building. You are fulfilling a space into the future. So let's give an example. This video right here. First, I had the idea, I had the intention to do this video. Then in my mind, I was planning that video, and now I'm doing that video, this video, right? So first I procrastinated, and now I'm doing the video, right? And that's, I think, it's the main point of misunderstanding, of misconception of procrastination. Many people think procrastination is just doing nothing, or just stay in the same place for a long time, either mentally, emotionally, and physically. Basically, people associate procrastination with the lack of action, which is not. Okay, procrastination, in other terms, in other words, can be seen as internal action, speculative action, mental, emotional, spiritual action. Because first you need to procrastinate in order to act. Okay, you can't do something that you didn't have the idea or a feeling behind that thing. It's impossible, right? Even when you are doing something, that is not original to you, you have to see that idea somewhere else, and then you do it, right? So that's also a form of procrastination. So procrastination is very, very important to do the best action, or to do that action in specific in the best way possible, because you are giving ideas, feelings, and esoteric substance to that future action that you want to do, right? Then the why people associate procrastination with the lack of action is because action is the counterpart, is the balancing point of procrastination. Because many people who associate procrastination with a lack of action, it's because they do that. They procrastinate and then they don't act out of that procrastination. They don't act from that procrastination. So in real words, in real terms, is like you have an idea, you are thinking about that idea, you have a project, a project, you want to make a painting, a sculpture, a video, you want to start a new business. So you think about it, you are imagining yourself in those circumstances, you are imagining yourself in that new parameter, procrastination, sending a spell, sending an intention to a um, what? Brain fart. To that parameter, yes. So like you are imagining yourself in that parameter, you are imagining yourself in that position, you feel about that into the future because it's not real yet, you are making it real, but then they don't do it. All right, they have this new idea, they have this plan, they have this project, but then they don't do it, they don't act upon it. And that's when procrastination can be bad. Okay, because procrastination is actually something really, really good. All right, because you have to get comfortable. That's one of the biggest useful mechanisms or useful intention of procrastination, is to get yourself comfortable in a certain space, parameter, to get yourself comfortable, or to expand your perspective about the project before you jump into it. All right, that's the power of procrastination. Because like for me, I have Taurus moon, I have Mars in Libra. If I jump head on into a project or to something that I want to do with little procrastination, it's most likely that I will not perform that action in the best way. Okay? But if I do some procrastination, if I have that idea, and then I build that idea, I feel that idea, I feel that parameter with good intentions, good feelings, and good ideas inside of that parameter, many ideas about that bigger general parameter, things come out way better. All right, way, way better. But to you, it might be different. Maybe you need less procrastination. Maybe if you procrastinate, then when you act, you are too heavy, you have too much baggage in your esoteric spaceship, and then you act in a sluggish, slow, kind of a wheel square from the car, moving way, not very fast, smooth, and stable, right? So this video is just to clear the perspective that procrastination is not bad. You shouldn't avoid procrastination, all right? You should do procrastination, all right? What you should avoid is do some procrastination and then don't act on it, because you are wasting your energy, you are wasting your potential, you are wasting your fire, expression, visions, feelings, and you are wasting your air, ideas, communication, thinking, analyzing. You are wasting your water, connecting yourself to that idea, because that is then the worst part of procrastination. It can drain you in a really, really heavy way if then you don't act on it. Because especially if you have a lot of water in your chart, or if you are a watery person in general, you are procrastinating, right? You are imagining yourself doing certain things, you are sending that idea and feeling to the future fulfilling that future parameter that it's not real but will become real, but then you don't act on it. So that emotional connection, that care, that feeling, that sense of fulfilling now is not real and will cease to exist. Because in the esoteric realm, things move faster, way, way faster, right? So you have that idea, you are fulfilling that idea, you are imagining yourself, placing yourself mentally and emotionally in certain positions, and then you don't do it. So all of that esoteric effort, all of that spiritual travels go to nowhere, go to La La Land, go to Neverland, go to hell, go to Pluto, to death and transformation, right? But you expended energy in that process, and then you don't reap the benefits. You don't. That process, that esoteric building, does not become real, and that's where procrastination is really, really bad if you don't balance it with action, because then you do a whole bunch of nothing in reality, which we don't want to do. We want to do something. We are no thing, no shape and form, living inside of a vehicle, inside of something, and everybody, every spirit wants to be somebody, because we are here to create things, to experience and expand. So if you are just sending your intentions to the future and doing nothing into the present, that's where procrastination gets real bad. All right, because then it can work as a blockage. It can work as some form of excuses. It can work as a draining mechanism from yourself and others, because then if you are about to start a business, if you are to start a new networking facility, esoterically speaking, and then you don't act upon it, you and people that you have talked to, people that you have brought into your spaceship, will get a lot bunch of nothing to work with. All right, so basically it's pretty much it. All right, procrastination is the art of sending intentions to the future in order to fulfill a parameter that you want to see becoming reality, and that's the main point. First you procrastinate, then you act. First you imagine yourself in certain positions doing certain things, and then you act. And then, very, very important, is to find that middle point, finding that balance between procrastination and action. Because sometimes, not sometimes, every time, the action, you doing that, will balance the procrastination, and will give you more space, will give you more ideas, more feelings, better perspectives, so then you can procrastinate again, and then you act better. Then while you acting, you are observing, you are experiencing new feelings, new ideas, you are experiencing the real thing, you are experiencing the real shit, and then you take that substance from the action, from the experience, back to the drawing board, procrastinating, improving, feeling comfortable, getting new ideas, acting again. Okay? And then acting as well is very, very important to test your procrastination mechanism, to see if it's valuable, to see if you are procrastinating too much, too little. Maybe you are not sending the right intentions to the future. Maybe you are not imagining yourself in the best position, because you should always imagine yourself at your highest point. You should always imagine yourself in your strongest, better form and version, right? But if you procrastinate too much, then you exhaust your vehicles, and then when you are about to act, you have no charge. You are too heavy, and you will act in a flunked out way. So the key is to balance procrastination and action. And I think that nowadays people are too much into action and too little in procrastination. All right, so that's why they act in flunked out ways. That's why they regret certain actions. They need to say I'm sorry, or they need to come up with some excuses because they don't want to admit to themselves they didn't act in the rightest way, right? So it's very important, procrastination, because it expands your comfort zone. And I have a video about that, or I said it in a live stream, that many people today, they think that the comfort zone is where dreams go to die. And that can be true if you don't do it in the right way, because in my opinion, the comfort zone is why dreams exist, because you want to expand your comfort zone. You want to be comfortable, safe, and secure, and in a high position in more areas, in more parameters in your life, right? So, if you are, because then many people run away from the comfort zone and they're always working, they're always in their creativity, forcing that creativity. Don't ever force your creativity, all right? They're always judging themselves, judging others, because they lack a comfort zone, or they lack a place, a parameter where to send their intentions, feelings, ideas, and emotions. So their actions are empty, their actions are not original, their actions are not authentic, because they are acting out of a uncomfortable, naked, with no intention space. Alright, so procrastination connects really well with that notion of the comfort zone. The, you get what I'm saying? The comfort zone is why we work so much. The comfort zone is why we want to expand ourselves, because we want to experience better, more things that we enjoy, aka expanding our comfort zone. All right, so that's it for today. Procrastination is a very, very powerful tool, all right, especially when you are aware of the transits, of astrological transits, when you are more aware of your spiritual natures, because you don't act with no base, you don't act without a plan, without a goal, without knowing yourself and knowing the circumstances, right? Because when you know the transits, you know where the moon is, you know where the sun is, you know where what type of energies are around you and how they are hitting you, right? Now you can send that into the future. It can be like 1 month from here, it can be half an hour from here, right? I'm planning my meal, for example. Let's say I'm about to have dinner, so I'm planning my meal. And this is where procrastination reveals its true power when it connects with spirituality, and cooking it's a great example, because the normal people, the average people, will think, oh, but I just need to plan my meal, I just need to know what I'm eating. And like the most that a normal people will think about their meal is how to cut the things, what type of spices they'll put. And that's a very important notion, because they are thinking about their meal. They are not procrastinating about their meal, right? Because if you procrastinate, you're not just thinking about your meal. You are placing your intentions, okay, you are already programming your meal before you even start doing it. So when you start to do it, if you do procrastination in the balanced, equilibrated way, you are charging already in the esoteric realm the meal that you're about to do, and that's extremely powerful, because you have, if you spiritual, if you into astrology, gematria, numerology, you have a whole bigger awareness and awareness, emotional awareness. You have a whole bigger, more charged, more powerful intention that you use into your actions. All right. So instead of me thinking how to cut the onions, for example, I'm procrastinating. I'm sending this good feeling that I have right now. Taurus moon, meals, eating, pleasure. So I'm thinking about my dinner, and I'm feeling about my dinner, and I'm fulfilling that space with my esoteric energy, with my esoteric substance. So when I go and do the meal, that meal will be extremely charged and with good intentions. And then I eat it, and it fulfills me, it replenishes my physical, emotional, mental vessels. So procrastination is like acting spiritually. Procrastination is acting mentally. All right? It's acting in your internal realm to prepare you to fulfill that space, so then you can act externally. Just, as I said, balance and equilibrate. Don't fulfill too much the space, because then the action will also fulfill that space in a different way, in a real external way. All right? So if you fulfill too much that parameter with your mind and feelings, then when you act, it will be too heavy and there will be no more space for the action to go in the way that you have planned or procrastinated. Alright? So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave a dislike. Check my link tree that will be in the description below. And I have a lot of services. Okay, if you follow my link tree and you go to my Instagram page, I have there all services that I have available. Also, check out my gaming channel, which is very, very recent. It's also in the link tree that will be in the description below. And shout out to Daria. Her page will be also in the description below. Shout out to the Soul Group. Shout out to everybody that is working on themselves and that is working on expanding the world, creating a better world for everybody to be their own individual. And remember, procrastination is very powerful. It's one of the most is one of the most powerful esoteric tools, but then you need to do something out of it. Then you need to use it in reality. Procrastination, acting spiritually, action, acting really. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope now that you get more comfortable in giving yourself some time before you jump into your actions, because with those misunderstandings, with those misconceptions, many people are afraid to spend time in the comfort zone. Many people are afraid to procrastinate and be seen as somebody who is not doing something. No, but you are. You are doing something internally. You are caring, worrying, giving energy to an action that you will perform in the real world. So, do your best, plan, fulfill that space with the best intentions, and you will act in the best way possible. Alright? So, follow your individuality, maintain your sanity, and until the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out.